Morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning, and you know what it is. Check this out.
If you want to protect your family and don't know what to do, there's a voice on the other side that can walk you through. They know the questions before you even ask. They keep it real, keep it simple, and they do the math. So take a breath, you don't have to guess. When life is loud, they'll help you get this mess. Listen to Insurance Questions Podcast. They are in the know.
All right, that's enough. Donnie hollers at me for having on way too long, so we have to get rid of that. But we'll play the rest of it when we're playing out. But Donnie,
Did I yell at you?
how are you
about
this
that?
morning?
Do I yell at you?
You always holler at me about stuff, yes. Well, you know who you're not going to holler about? And that's our friends at Distilled Union. If you're looking to shop for the special person in your life, they got all kinds of fun stuff. Let's take a look real quick what they have, Don. They have wallets. They have RF wallets, which they actually sent me one. I have it right here.
Oh, cool.
And supposedly the bad guys aren't supposed to give you. They got sunglasses, they got belts, which I always desperately need belts because I have no acetol, so that's will come in handy. So Father's Day
Is that
coming
a
up.
medicine? Acetol or
Mhm.
something?
Yep.
It sounds like a
Look at the
medicine.
Maglock belt. Look at that, it's all like magnets, Don. Maybe that's what I need to keep my pants from falling down. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And they got the video in
That
the
is-
corner showing it.
That
That's
is cool.
a good deal for you. So I'm sure you're going to find some cool stuff. I know I did at distillunion.com. And when you go to checkout, just put in the promo code Buffalo and you will get how much, Don? How much you thinking?
I'm thinking 10%.
Nope, 20%. Double that, buddy. So
Wow.
again, check out our friends at Distilled Union. They got some cool stuff.
Cool.
That's like the boring commercial I did. You know, they got cool stuff. That's all they got is cool stuff. But what do you need more than cool stuff? I don't think you need anything more than cool stuff, Don. What do you think?
I think it reminds me of, do you remember when you were in the Beatles?
Yeah, that was good with Chris Farley. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
Paul McCartney.
Just before we get started on part 3 of how do I buy life insurance and how much, can't believe we're doing it's part 3.
know.
All the questions and comments by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. Go away, Donnie. Not go away. Take it away, Donnie. Go away, Donnie Lowe.
He's really trying to
suck.
get rid of me every day.
right?
Oh my goodness.
I know, right?
All right, I'll take it away. All right. Best way to experience the podcast is if you go to our YouTube channel, EBI Media, Insurance Questions Podcast. That's EBI Media, Insurance Questions Podcast. There you can look at all the cool thumbnails that Eddie creates, listen to the great music, look at videos that we post and pictures, and you get to see Eddie's facial expressions as he tries to fire me every single episode, it seems like recently. But that's all right. And share,
All right,
like, and subscribe.
replacement this morning. He's in Cali. He finally made it to California. So
Nice.
and
Nice.
that's
Dr. Andy.
one, the only, the Dr. Andy from
That's
Ask
right.
Dr. Andy.
If
So
you prefer to listen to podcasts,
yes,
wherever
so
you
Don,
get your podcasts,
yeah,
we're there. We're there. So
I'm new
like,
at
share,
this,
and subscribe. We're here, there, everywhere. I'll do your line too. But just know that we appreciate you taking time out of your day to share it with us. So we're very grateful for you. Take it away, Eddie. Are you ready?
No, I'm not. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do more of the role playing of buying insurance. And we're going to start off, I'm going to be Bobby Bones first because I have a bunch of questions because I haven't seen Donnie in a week. You know, he's going to come up with a plan for my family. And come on in, Don. How are you?
I'm
going
doing
on?
great. How about yourself, Bobby?
You remember my wife, Susie Q, right? Yeah, I
Yes,
mean, you
I
got all
do.
her information.
As a matter of fact,
you
I
want-
saw her. I saw her the other day because I went to Mighty Taco for lunch.
Oh, nice. Did she recognize you? Did she ask for an autograph?
No, she didn't, because she never saw me before. So
She saw you last week when you were at the appointment with her, Don.
I thought that was
You
virtual.
got forgetful this morning. Maybe I should do this by myself.
Yeah, maybe you should.
You know, me and Susie Q were talking, and she'll be home in a few minutes. She's at Wilson Farms getting stuff. Wilson Farms. How you like that?
I love it.
I know. She's giving me some stuff. She's giving me like some 40s of Black Label because that's the best beer. So the questions we had is, why am I only? I mean, I make a good buck. Why are you only selling me 50,000 on the kid? That doesn't sound like a lot.
Well, first of all, do you have any other questions besides do you have questions about what we talked about for yourself and Susie Q before we
No,
talk about
those
your
are
children?
great. But the kids, it seems like that's not a lot of insurance on them. So I can't get more.
You can get more, and you absolutely can get more. But here's the thing: we're talking about your budget, so you want to stay within a budget. That's number one.
What do you think? I can't afford it, then? What?
No,
That's kind of shitty.
no,
Shizzy, excuse me.
yeah, I know. Oh boy, no, because
Bleep.
we're remember we talked about what your monthly budget is and what you're comfortable with, and yes, we can certainly get more for each of your children, but it will make you go over your budget quite a bit. So that's why we did not do that.
Do you think it's worth it going over my budget to get more, more coverage for the kids? I mean, because you said they'll have more money down the road. So why wouldn't I want to do more upfront?
That's very true. And yes, would it be worth it? Absolutely, yes. So here's a couple things to consider when you have children that you're getting a life insurance policy for. Again, it's not really for the death benefit coverage. It's for making them insurable for the rest of their life, number one. Number two is you're building up some cash value for them that, say, they want to use when they purchase their first house. They can take some of that money out of their whole life insurance policy, or to help pay for college, or maybe they want for getting married. They want to start off on the right foot with no debt. This can certainly help them. Now, there are limitations from the government on how much insurance you can have for your children. And
why is that? None of their damn business, Don. I can do what I want. I'm American. I'm from Texas.
Yeah, I know the great state of Texas, but the government does put in restrictions because, number one, we have to make sure that you have insurance, and depending on the age of your children, you either have to have 2 times as much insurance as they do, or 4 times as much insurance as your children do.
Why do they do that, Don?
It's kind of I guess I'll say a morbid story as to why.
Why?
Do you really want me to go into that?
Yeah, I do. Because I wouldn't ask you if it wasn't important to me, Don. God, where's that Eddie Buffalo guy? I think I would rather talk to him.
Well, since he fired me, he went on to greener pastures. But
was it at Green Acres? Was it at Green Acres? Was that the place to be? Was farm living is the life for me?
That's right. Anyway, in all seriousness now, the government, the federal government, had put in these restrictions and regulations for policies, for what we refer to as juvenile policies. So the reason why is they did not have these restrictions, just prior to the Great Depression of the 1930s, and
you were in your 40s back in the 30s, weren't you?
I was in my 40s back in the 30s, and that's why I remember this so well. Unfortunately, so that you might have had a family with a large, a lot of children, and times got tough, no income coming in for the family,
killed the kids. Killed the kids.
They literally, there have been cases.
That's god awful. That
Where
is god awful.
they
Don.
did that,
Get out of my house. I don't want
for-
to deal with anybody that talks like this.
to get the insurance proceeds. That's why I wasn't sure if you wanted to go there, but those are just the
You know?
facts. So
But my
that
ex-wife
is why
keeps
there are
on-
restrictions.
My ex-wife keeps on telling me to sign this paperwork. She said, "Don't worry about it. It's for something." Should I sign that?
I think you better have your attorney take a look at it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the sickening part of this is that you want to cover your kids, but some people have done this to make money on their children's deaths, which is god awful.
Yeah.
But there's also, on the other hand, a friend of mine, she's like, that's disgusting. I'm not making money off my kids. And like we said, you're not doing it for that, because you can only get whole life coverage for these children, meaning they're going to get probably around 6% every year on the money that you have invested in this program. So is it going to pay for college? No. Is it going to pay for a new computer or books for them when they need it and they're asking mom and dad for more money when they've already asked a bazillion times? Yeah. And you can say, oh, just take it out of your policy loan off your insurance. But like I said, I had 2 generations of children about 10 years apart. So my older kids, they didn't have that, but my younger kids did have that, which was very nice to have. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're Bobby Bones now.
All right.
Okay, we're going to do like 2 different scenarios. The one, I'm just going to do the straight presentation, and I'm actually giving Bobby an opportunity to pick what he wants. Okay, remember, he's already agreed that this is right for him, Susie Q, and the kids. So what I'll usually do is I'll start with the person that's in front of me. If Susie Q is not home yet, we'll get to her after. So Bobby, since we're waiting on Susie, we're going to take care of this right now. Okay, so here are the 3 illustrations that I made for you. One is for 100,000 of whole life, one's for 250 of whole life, and one's for $500,000 of whole life. Now, I just want to ask you a question, because you've already said this is a great idea. You just have to decide which one. And I don't want you to answer me right away, Bobby. And by the way, audience, I'm going to be pausing for dramatic effect. Okay. So, Bobby, the question I have for you, I mean, you decided this is a great idea. So, my question to you though is, after looking at what I'm showing you, is it enough?
I don't think so.
And I got to tell you, folks, 9 times out of 10, that's what they're going to say. Okay, I know it's going to go a little bit over your budget, but because of your age, I think we're still going to be okay. So do you mind if I have Donnie run another illustration? He's my numbers monkey that takes care of that for me, Yeah, it's the only reason I keep him around, because he's pretty good at that. And he doesn't like people. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Okay. So now another thing I want Donnie to say is, let me think about it, or, the craziest thing I've ever heard, I'll worry about it if I die.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for Bobby to speak, because I'm trying. That's one thing. This is for the new people that are in this business to do. You got to try and be a good listener. Okay. After your presentation showing Bobby how smart you are and what you put together for them, shut up and wait for their reaction. Okay, Bobby, go ahead.
So is it enough? I don't think it's enough, but you have to tell me if it's enough or not.
Now, that's a good point. Okay. So you've put together a nice relation. This is the 3rd time we've met with this guy, so he's serious about doing it. And you're getting a little bit more comfortable with each other. Now, like I said, we're not in this to be greedy. We're in this to get our clients what they need. So if I'm showing 3 different prices of 100,000, 250, and 500. And they're honestly asking me, Eddie, what would you do? And this has happened a million times. Well, in my head, the $100,000 is not enough, because nowadays $100,000, it's not even going to take care of your mortgage and all that other stuff. The 500,000, yes, it'll make your life a lot easier. Not yours because you're dead, but the ones you leave behind, it'll be easier. But there's a cost to that. You know, can you afford it? That's the question.
All right.
So I'll usually go right to the middle of the 250. That way it's more than the 100, which they needed more, and less than the 250, meaning it is going to be more affordable than that.
Less than
Does
the
that make
500,
sense?
you mean?
That makes sense? Yeah.
It does.
And like I said, a lot of times, just like Bobby just said, you know, I don't think it's enough, you know, but you got to remember, what did he do for a living?
I am a professional firefighter.
So a lot of times these guys that are cops, firemen, or something with the government, a lot of times they'll have opportunity to get more insurance through their employer. But I already asked Bobby, he's probably not checked if he's maxed out on it. Because if they give you X amount of dollars, you can actually pay more out of your check, which is going to be peanuts compared to everybody else in the world, because it's all based on numbers of how many people are in the group, and their groups are huge.
Right, right.
You know, that I would tell everybody, and that was one of the first things I said in episode 1, you know, Bobby, check and see if you can get more insurance through work first, and then I can make a better decision on what you have. So in this case, Bobby did, and he's got $600,000 of term insurance that's not portable. What does that mean, Don?
So being not portable means if Bobby leaves the fire department, he cannot continue that insurance coverage. He loses it.
Portable would be where you could take it with you to wherever else you want to work. So in this case, he boosted to 600. So in my mind, that's $1.1 million between the 500,000 and the 600,000. So I say, Bobby, I think you'll be good with the 500,000 because you already have 600,000 through work. That'll give you $1.1 million. If, you know, God forbid, you know, something happens, you know, and Susie Q has to move on, she can pay off the mortgage, because your mortgage was like less than 300. Whatever cars you have, pay that off and put money aside. Maybe do a fixed annuity so we have money for the kids when they go to college, you know, because we can make a deduction one time without it being taxable if it's a life-changing event, which that's what that would be. And Susie Q is kind of hot. I might want to date her when if you croak off. Is that all right with you, Bobby?
Well, how much insurance do you have?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're here about you. We're here about you. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Susie Q comes home. We go through the same thing, you know, and 9 times out of 10, if that's the case, they come in after the fact. If you already present it to their partner, they're going to say, well, what did Bobby get? I want to get what he got, you know? And there's a big difference between, say, Bobby and Susie Q are the same age within 2 days. Okay. Mr. Insurance Agent, who pays more for that policy? Or is it all the same?
It's not all
And
the
we're
same.
not talking about physicals or anything yet. We didn't even get that far yet. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. But so as we talk about all the time, when the insurance company looks at your application, they're looking at 3 things basically: your age, your health, and your gender.
If you're a dumb guy.
Because statistically, women live longer than men, so their life insurance premium, even though if they're the exact same age and same health, would be lower than a male's life insurance premium, because males don't live as long as females, basically.
Now, this is really funny. It's not funny, but it's, I mean, if you're a woman, you're going to pay less. That's fantastic. But there's a double-edged sword to this.
There
If
is.
you get long-term care, and same thing, we're selling it to Bobby, and this will be for another episode, selling it to Bobby and Susie Q. They're 2 days apart. Who pays more, Bobby or Susie, and why?
Well, it's like the double-edged sword, because the females tend to live longer, they're going to pay more for the long-term care insurance than the male because of that, because the insurance company will have to pay for a longer amount of time. So yeah.
So I'm going to start a little bit. I'm going to be going into the application, and you're Susie Q now, because I took all Bobby's information. I got all. So Susie, honey, what was your date of birth?
I forgot. I forgot how old she is.
We'll just gloss over that, Don. So you're
Yeah.
you're 2 days away from Bobby, almost a
Yeah, I'm
perfect
the same age as Bobby.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You know. And do you smoke?
Nope.
How about drinking? How many drinks a week do you have? Would you say?
I don't drink at all.
I mean, I know it's illegal. I know it's legal in New York State, but do you deal with pot, marijuana? Do you anything like that? Crack
No.
cocaine, meth?
No.
We don't ask them that. We don't ask them that. But it's funny because when I started in the business, Don, and if you came up with a positive THC, you weren't getting insurance.
I know.
Or unless you were waitlisted for at least 6 months to a year until you could apply again to get it all out of your system. You know, you can't lie because they see it. But now there are so many states where marijuana is legal. I don't think they want to get sued. So if you come up for THC positive, you still get your insurance. But what do they do, Don?
You get it at the smoker's rate.
You get it at the smoker's rate.
So it's a higher premium.
Whether you do gummies, whether you do the lollipops, whether you do the tinctures or you smoke it, it doesn't matter. That THC.
Yeah. I should say you get it at the nicotine user rate.
Mm-hmm. Now, and it is very interesting that I had a client that he didn't smoke, but the wife smoked like a chimney. So we didn't even try to get her insurance done. And do you know when we did his physical, he came up as a smoker from all the secondary smoke?
Oh, wow. From secondhand
I mean,
smoke?
the walls were yellow from all the nicotine. It was brutal, you know.
So how did he react to that?
He was pissed. I'm like, dude, look at your house. Your wife smokes like a chimney. There's really nothing I can say to you, you know. And that was the same fellow, folks, that was not who he was on his license. He was in the witness protection program. So you run into a lot of interesting things. Just when you think you've seen it all, you so didn't, you know.
That's true.
So let me ask you this, Susie. You seem like a nice girl. Were you ever in trouble with the law when you were younger? Did you ever get arrested? Do you have a felony?
No, nothing at all.
So pause button again. Why do I ask that? People are embarrassed to tell you that they had a DWI. Well, guess what? They're going to check everything. They're going to go back 10 years. And if you got a DWI, you're gonna get dinged. And it isn't like you can go to Joe Blow next door to get his insurance from his insurance company, because they all share information.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had a young man, he played for the University of Buffalo, and he was delivering pizza, doing whatever he can to make money. And he was in great shape. He was a big dude. He was a football player. And he did not get that insurance, and he was very angry. You know why he was angry, Don? Because he didn't tell me he had a DWI.
Yeah.
Like, that's my fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's a great point. You know, just be honest, you know, and just know that the information that's discussed at your dinner table or our office, wherever it is,
100%.
it stays with us. It's not shared with any, maybe the insurance carrier on the application, but we don't share that information with anybody, not our family, you know, spouse, significant other, nobody.
Hey, when I ask you this question, Don, say no. Look, I'm not going to do it. Okay. So Susie Q, I'm just going to ask you a couple of other questions. I'm sorry if, it's a little bit personal, but how much do you weigh?
You really want to know how much I weigh?
I could care less. It's for the application.
Ah, my husband doesn't even know how much I weigh.
Well, unfortunately, Susie, we're not going to be able to get you insurance, so we might as well just stop right here.
Oh my goodness. Can I write it down and you don't look at it?
Well, I have to put it in the computer. So how about I'll turn the computer so you can put it in? How about that? Does
Okay.
that work?
120.
You know, and she could lie. I don't really care what she says, but we have eyes on these people when we're doing the application, and we have a fiduciary responsibility not only to our clients, but to the people that we work with to make, good decisions. I mean, if this woman's saying she's 120 and she's at least 300 pounds, well, that's going to come out in the wash,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
here comes my next question, Don. Susie Q. Susie Q, are you on any meds?
No, no meds at all.
And I kid you not, I asked a guy that one time in South Buffalo, and sitting behind him was a line of prescription medication. Nope, I'm not on nothing. Well, this is the same guy that said he doesn't smoke and he had a cigarette in his hand when he did it. I'm going somewhere, so stick with me till the end of this, okay?
Yeah, and I'm laughing with you because I've experienced the same thing.
Mhm.
You walk in the
So,
house, it's like, holy cow, I can't even see you.
Susie Q, how much do you drink, honey?
I don't drink alcohol at all.
Okay, another pause button. That same gentleman, it was 9:30 in the morning. He asked me if I wanted a beer. And when I said no, he goes, I got liquor. I'm like, no, I'm working,
Jeez.
So the whole prescription thing is very important because you can't lie. Because what they are going to do, they are going to look back 10 years of every prescription you've put in your body on the database. It's all over the country.
Yeah.
And, if you're on something, that means you have that disease. You're not taking it for shits and giggles,
Yeah.
So I got to tell you something. A guy in Cheektowaga, New York, Cheektowaga. Yes, he was Polish. Yes. And he was working he already had a policy with the company that I was with, and he wanted more. And I couldn't get it to him because he had diabetes, he had high blood pressure, and it was all new onset stuff. He didn't have a history of how his body was reacting to this stuff. And so he got PO'd and he went to another company. And guess what? He didn't get insurance from them too. I told you this was going to be a problem. Well, wait, last year when I saw you, why weren't you more pushy? Excuse me?
I know.
It's my fault that you didn't, piss or get off the pot and make the thing, because that's another thing I want to talk about. It seems like whenever someone starts the process where they would really like insurance for themselves or their family and they don't follow through, that's when bad things happen. I've seen it over and over and over again.
I know.
And if you're a friend of mine or a family member and you don't take my advice and you croak off, you bastard, you know what you did to me? The first thing that happens when you die is your ex, or not your widow. I'm so used to saying ex. Your widow is gonna come looking for me and say, "Hey, I know you and Donnie were close. How much?" And I know you sell insurance. How much insurance did he buy from you, Eddie?
He never signed. He didn't buy any.
He was too busy.
Yeah.
And that's when you see Donnie, we're doing a GoFundMe for Donnie because we don't have enough money to bury him. And I'm not being a smartass. We see this all the time. It's a horrible story. And unfortunately, it is true.
Yes, it is. Unfortunately.
Yes. So whether you buy it from us, guy next down the street, guy in another town, follow through. If you think you need this for your family, follow through and make sure you finish it up.
Yes.
You know, you're afraid of needles, tough. Suck it up. You can do a P test instead. Whatever you need to do to get this done, you need to do it. We're not telling you because we like asking. Do you think I really care how much a woman weighs unless I'm dating them? No, I could care less. So I think we should be able to finish up next week, Don. What are you thinking? How you feeling?
Yeah.
Because I would like to go through actuaries and what it looks like and what they're looking at for underwriting to approve or deny your insurance, life insurance policy application.
Yes. No, that's great. We can do the application as you just mentioned. So.
But you're cute, Susie Q. I didn't remember you being so cute and having so much facial hair. That kind of turns me on.
Oh my gosh.
So we are going to end the show like we end every other show. If you like working with people that are just like you, have the same values that you do, have the same passion for life, and love your children as much as we do ours, we are definitely the people to work with. You can go to ebiagency.com. You can also go to eddiebuffaloinsurance@gmail.com. And what's the hotline, Donnie?
Hotline is 716-541-4118. 716-541-4118.
Excuse me. And for our military, all the good luck and prayers to our military in the Strait of Hormuz. What's the number for them?
For them and for the same that where Susie Q works at Mighty Taco. It's 716-541-4118.
I got to start saying Lloyd's Taco because Ellie Buffalo's back working at Lloyd's Taco.
That's crazy.
So yeah. So just remember, everybody, life is definitely worth living. What do you got to do, Donnie?
Yeah, keep on fighting, baby. Keep on fighting.
So we'll see you next week, and we'll finish up the series with number 4 on how do I buy life insurance and how much. So take care, everybody. Tune in tomorrow for Dr. Andy. My mind is not with it today, so I don't remember what the hell this show's on, but we'll end it with a little bit of music for you. Move your ass a little bit. How about that? Susie Q? Are you ready for that?
Sounds good. And arrivederci.
Listen to Insurance Questions Podcast. Let the answers flow. Donnie Lowe. Stand up guy, you know. He'll show you the way. He'll show you the way. He can even protect your pets if you want that peace of mind. From the front door to the back porch, he's got your tail covered right. And when the bills start,
That's it. I think we're out, Don.